How's it going, everybody? I'm gonna do a top 5 of my games of the year, my top 5 games of the year for 2011 here. I got a little list here. I've only played 11 games that came out in 2011. So I missed a lot of big ones that I still need to play. Deus Ex, Resistance 3, Rage. I haven't had a chance to play a bunch of other ones. Call of Duty, Battlefield, Battlefield 3, Call of Duty 3. That's about it for the big one. No, Assassin's Creed Revelations. Like I said, I missed a bunch, and that's not even going back to over the summer and you know, before that. But you know, I just figured I'd do a top 5. You know, out of the 11 I had, just to, you know, because I liked a lot of the, you know, the 5 games I had on here I like a lot. But the list I had was Mortal Kombat, Dead Island, Catherine, Uncharted 3, Skyrim, LA Noire, Crysis 2, Infamous 2, Gears of War 3, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, and Dead Space 2. Now, I cut Mortal Kombat. I played a decent amount of it. It was pretty cool. But I'm not super into fighting games, but it was definitely pretty cool. Catherine, actually I'll get to Catherine in a minute. Crysis 2 was cool, but it started to lose steam. I didn't even complete it. I got bored of it and sent it back to Gamefly. Not to say it was a bad game, but I wouldn't be in the top 5. Infamous 2 is cool, but I haven't played enough of it yet. I've been playing other games. So, I mean, that could have been up there. Gears of War 3 I played and completed. It was cool. I didn't like it as much as 2. That just misses the cut. That's probably like number 6. And Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. It's just another Lego game. I love the Lego games, but you know, they're just, I think, for a little bit of fun and that. But my top 5, and number 5 here is Dead Space 2. I only have 2 of the games in my top 5. But I either sold the other ones or I rented them from Gamefly. But oh yeah, actually I'm sorry, I forgot about Catherine. Catherine is an interesting game if anyone's played it. It's a puzzle game where you gotta climb up blocks, kind of like Q*bert, except like blocks fall off and there's usually some kind of demented thing, like a baby with a chainsaw for a hand, something coming out of its mouth. Or Catherine herself with a K with a pair of scissors and a wedding gown. But stuff like that, and you know, like there's like ice blocks and bomb blocks. I have it on easy, and it is not easy on easy. I can understand why people dislike this game a lot. If you're into puzzle games and you're like good at them, I'm not that great at puzzle games. But if you're into puzzle games, I can see it being a little better. Like it's half that, block puzzles, and I'm not at the end. I'm in the last stage, I believe, or the second part of the 7th stage. I think there's 4 parts to the 7th stage. And it's like also like a dating simulator, kind of like you have Catherine with a K and then Catherine with a C comes along. And you gotta like make choices with text. They'll text you and you gotta text back certain things. You have a couple choices and your little meter will go from either good or bad. And stuff, and you answer questions in between the little stages during the nightmare sequences where you're doing the block puzzles. It's a unique game and it's pretty cool, but it pisses me off like no other. I have it on easy and like this one block puzzle I died like 25 times in a row. They give you a lot of retries, which is almost torture in a way because you keep going, you have so many retries. On easy, and they hook you up with like, you can like rewind a couple moves back, which is cool, but it can be a real pain in the ass. I do commend it for, you know, being different and stuff, which is cool, but the story's getting a little stupid, and I actually overheard the ending. I was listening to Giant Bomb's Game of the Year podcast, and one guy had said the ending, and I'm not surprised by it because I knew something was up with a thing I heard earlier. I thought it was some kind of weird thing. So that kind of takes a little bit away from it. I'll still probably try to finish it before I send it back to Gamefly, but a cool game that will absolutely piss you off. I mean, I have it on easy. I was going to put it on normal, but I smartly didn't because I played the demo, and if I was on normal, I would send it back by now. When you get through a puzzle, it's cool, but I've gotten through puzzles where I'm just like, fuck you to the game. Like, I'm not even like proud of myself. I'm just like, fuck you, you know? But I do want to see the story out, even though it's kind of lost a little bit of steam for me. But it's still overall a pretty cool game. That's just a pain in the ass. But like I said, I commend it for being different, for sure. Definitely a love or hate it game. I guess I don't love it or hate it. I guess that doesn't make sense. But I do not hate it. I can hate it at times. I love it at times and I hate it at times. It's very strange. But anyway, enough of that. I may put gameplay up of it. Number 5 is Dead Space 2. Love Dead Space 2. I put a gameplay video of it, up of it. A little bit. The end is a little. I don't like the end boss part. Is a little annoying. But other than that, the game's got great action. A bunch of oh shit moments. It looks incredible. Isaac, talks in this one. Cool. It's got replay value. The first one did as well for me. Just an overall great game. I love that game. Pretty good length as well. I'll probably pick it up again for PS3 to play it again. That's number 5. Number 4 here. It's a little bit of a tough time here, but I'm gonna put Uncharted 3 at number 4. That's another game that isn't as good, like a Gears of War 3 for me. I don't like it as much as the second, because it's been, all those oh shit moments happened in the second, and they kind of have similar kind of things are happening in this one, so it doesn't have as much of a wow feeling as the second. Still an incredible game. I'm not going to sit here and say it isn't. It's awesome. The Uncharted series for me is probably tops out of series that have come out this generation, at least new series. But definitely an awesome game. Obviously it looks incredible. The voice acting's awesome. It's natural, which is cool. Like the people, it's just all the dialogue's natural. The enemies still soak up bullets, which is annoying, and they have a hard-on for sending like 50 out at a time at you in places, which is annoying. But climbing's still awesome. I love searching for treasures. Some cool little puzzles in there as well. Really great game. Number 3 here is Dead Island. This game was really cool. I was a little nervous about this game. I actually picked it up because someone else on Xbox had it, so I'm like, I'll do it. I had some credit, so I didn't get it for full price, which was cool, but it's a cool game. It's a really cool game. There's some frustrating parts in it, like some of the zombies, you'll like be in mid-swing of a hit, and the zombie will just like go through your swing, which is kind of annoying. There's little things like that. It's got great length to it, a lot of side quests. You can combine weapons and stuff. It borrows from other games, other zombie games, like Dead Rising and Left 4 Dead and stuff, but I played co-op with a person and for a little while. That was fun. And I heard they patched that to where like the enemies will be like levels that you and your people you're playing with are at or something. Looks good. Good environments. There's a couple different areas you can go to, which is cool. I think this is the jungle. The prison's the last one. Prison's not as good because it's tight quarters, and I think that game's made to be played in open spaces. There's a jungle, the city area, and the resort. Definitely a cool game, man. There's a lot of stuff to do in that game. It's really cool. Combat's fun too, and it definitely a cool game. That's number 3. Number 2 for me is a game that a lot of people seem to dislike a lot, but it's L.A. Noire. I don't know if I put up gameplay of L.A. Noire actually. I don't know if I ever did. I don't have it now. I'd sold it like about a month or 2 after I'd beaten it, but I loved L.A. Noire. I'm gonna get the complete edition to play the quest, not the quest, the side cases. I never got to play the downloadable ones. I love L.A. Noire. I think it's great. I just love the motion capture stuff's really cool, and the little tics that people have and stuff, and trying to figure stuff out, trying to find all the clues. It's pretty much just like an adventure game, and it's cool. The on-foot chases are cool. The little driving chases are cool too. I love the cases. They're all pretty unique. A lot of cool things. The arson cases are really cool. Looks great. Voice acting is top notch in that game too. Like I said, the shooting's fun. The hand-to-hand stuff's fun too. You do it every once in a while. The chase scenes and stuff are cool, and it's fun. Like people say, "Oh, man, you can't really lose," but you still have to live with the fact that you like fucked up a case and you didn't do it right. I don't know. For me, that means something. Trying to get it right as you can. Hopefully finding all the evidence. There are like little side crimes that happen. You can find some film reels, so there is some other stuff to do. But it's not like GTA. And I think a lot of people didn't like that either, where you could just do all types of crap. And you couldn't just go around blowing people away for no reason, but that doesn't make sense because the guy had his problems that you find out in the game, but he wasn't like a complete piece of shit who's just going to start shooting people for no reason. So, a lot of people really dislike that game. I loved it. But that's number 2. Number 1 probably doesn't come as a surprise, considering my love of Oblivion, but it's Skyrim. Now, I've heard the PS3 one is completely like busted for some people. I had the chugging issues for a little bit of a brief period of time when I was playing, like a couple days that I've played it. They patched it again, and it's worked fine for me. It did freeze a couple times, and that kind of shit is kind of unacceptable at this point for Bethesda because they've made these open world games for a long time now. But I still loved it. I think I put like 85 hours into it so far. I did all the main stuff, the main quest I beat the College of Winterhold, beat the Assassin's Guild, beat the Companions, and the Thieves Guild. All cool storylines. Nothing really compares to the Assassin's mission, the Assassin's not the Assassin's Guild, the Brotherhood, the Dark Brotherhood. I'm sorry, the Dark Brotherhood missions in Oblivion was still awesome. I think better than this one was for the Dark Brotherhood, but still, it looks great. The environments are awesome. A lot of variety as always with the Elder Scrolls. The dragons are cool as hell. You get shouts that are cool, varied. You know, a lot of cool, funny missions. I've done a couple Daedric Quest missions that are just bizarre and really cool, like you're following a dog around that can talk to you. There's another one where you go into this place with this guy and the house is haunted, but you hear the guy, like, the Daedric gods down in the basement, he's got a shrine, and you think the house is haunted, and it starts telling the other guy you're with to kill you, and then you have to kill him, and then you gotta put this guy in a cage, and you beat on him into submission, but he dies, and the god's like, no, you're not dying yet, and he brings him back to life, and you beat on him some more. There's some interesting missions there, in the Daedric quests. I haven't done all of them yet, so I have to go back and do that. But just an incredible game. I love the Elder Scrolls, so I mean that game's always going to be #1 for me. Unfortunately, even if it is busted, like I said, that's kind of unacceptable at this point. Like freezing and a couple quest fuck-ups as well. Thankfully, no main quests got fucked for me. But I still love the game to death. I just absolutely love it. It puts you in that world, and you play it for hours on end, and you're just in that world. And you know, no other game this year has done that for me. But that's my top 5. I mean, like I said, I didn't play many games, so there could have been a completely different list if I played even like another 10 games that came out this year. But figured I'd throw that video up and just, you know, let people know how I feel about the games I did play. But that's it for the list here. But thanks everybody for checking it out, and have a good day.